Welcome to Good Food and Tours Jamaica, and today we're making Nutty Buddy with cookies and cream, ice cream. Yum, yum, yum. This is so delicious, creamy, and just niceness. Can you believe we made Nutty Buddy at home? The kids went absolutely nuts for this Nutty Buddy. I pulled out all the stops. Yes, I covered the cookies and cream ice cream in chocolate, and I made sure that we had chocolate in the tips as well. Alright, so let's start. You see that yellow scoop or toy on the floor? It's my daughter's own. Okay, people, don't kill me. Alright, so we're going to start with 1 cup of water. That's 8 ounces. And we're using milk powder. And then we're going to mix our milk out until it comes smooth like this. Real simple. Then we're going to measure out our sugar. We're not going to make it too sweet, I promise you. Then we add half of the measured sugar into the milk that we just made. And we ensure that it's dissolved by mixing it out good. Then we pour it into a pot and you taste it. And we put it on some low heat. We go and warm up. Then we turn to our eggs. We are only using the egg yolks because we want it rich and flavorful and still controlling the amount of liquid we add to our ice cream. Now we're going to add the rest of the sugar that we measured out, the remaining amount. We add some vanilla, some goodness into that. Then we mix it together, ensure that the sugar is dissolved. My little darling wants to help. And we're going to slowly temper the eggs by pouring some of the heated milk into the eggs. And then when it's all warmed up, we pour it back into the milk, bring it over to the stove, and we're going to slowly, lightly warm this up. Do not put it on high heat or else your custard is going to break. And why do we use custard? Well, custard is like this nice, flavorful, rich, vanilla, milky flavor that is way better than condensed milk that you can make at home. Alright, here's my daughter enjoying the pot. And then we're going to get some ice in a bowl. Pour some salt over it that the temperature can remain really cold. Add a little bit of whipping cream, 6 ounces. It's not gonna break your pocket. We can all afford it. And we're going to whip it up. Then we're going to go for a custard that has been cooling in the fridge. We have to cool our custard before we add it to the whipped cream. We cooled it. Then we add it to the whipped cream. Real simple, right? You're not lost. We'll mix it together. Ensure it come out nice like this. Now it's time to add our Oreos. Where is the cookies and the cream? And we crush it up before we add it in. I'm not telling a lie, this look good already. We gently fold it in and then we place it into the container that we want it to freeze in. Now, I have made this recipe 2 times and I've altered it on the second time by adding in more water. So this recipe is perfect now with the 1 cup of water with the milk powder. And this is awesome. The consistency is perfect. Alright, so my daughter is playing. It's time to melt some chocolate that we can put it in the tip of the cone, the ice cream cone. Of course, my daughter decided that she wants chocolate, so mommy give it to her. Alright, so we're going to use some cups as our holders for the cone. Yeah, and we're melting our chocolate using a water bath, and I needed to add like a little milk to get it a little bit loose. So I just grabbed this baking tin that it can hold all the cups together, and it worked out perfectly. Now I just go ahead and scoop in some of my melted chocolate in the base or the tips of the ice cream cone, and then I set it in the freezer to set up. Then I take out my ice cream and I move it around that I can get out any ice crystals and just put it back in the freezer for an hour. And then after the hour now, I take it out, and since it's a little bit, it hasn't fully set, it's a perfect consistency to scoop into the cones, and that's what I did. Just take a knife and just jam it down in there and then smooth out the top. Perfect. And we're done. I'm just going to smooth out the rest of the ice cream and set it in the freezer to harden up, that I can get it really hard to place on the top of my cones. Now I placed back all my cones in the freezer to keep it frozen. Look at my daughter. I'm playing with it too much. Alright, so she had fun, you know. Alright, so I'm going to melt some chocolate now with a little butter. And what are we doing? You know, we place the ice cream cones into the freezer to keep frozen for us to melt our chocolate for the chocolate coat. So that is what we're doing. Have to keep our ice cream frozen until we make this coat to go on top of the ice cream. And I add a little milk that the consistency can be loose to coat. And I waited until my dipping chocolate was cool to dip everything in it. And you have to move fast right now, people, or else your ice cream is going to melt before you finish everything. And after you finish, just ship it back into the freezer for it to set up. And my daughter is enjoying all of the chocolate. All of the chocolate that kind of drip on the counter. I love what you see. Watch her. We're done. Everything's set and it's just time to eat it. Of course, some of the cones, the ice cream, the chocolate didn't coat over it perfectly, but hey, Nutty Buddy made at home perfect. If I had some nuts, I would sprinkle on top and then it would be perfect. But hey, I work with what I got and it's delicious. And I have my chocolate at the end. You know that feeling when you're a child and you reach the end of the chocolate, you reach the end of the ice cream cone and there was chocolate in it. That's the feeling I wanted to recreate for my kids. And of course, they enjoyed it. Look at them faces. And of course, I shared with some of my family members, you know. Have to share the calories. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more awesome content like this.
Bye.